I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is It's All About the Pasta, a podcast about Vanderpump Rules.
Whoop, whoop.
So before we get into Vanderpump, I want to give a shout out to Geek Nerdery because we're on their podcast network. They have a lot of great podcasts, and Meredith and I actually found them because, so we said we love reality TV shows, and we found them because we both watch MTV's The Challenge, and they do a great challenge podcast. It's called Challenged, and I totally recommend if you
Highly
watch
recommend.
The Challenge.
They're so funny.
Oh my god, hilarious. And they also live in Illinois, so close to our hearts. But yeah, go give them a look. And they have like tons of other podcasts. I know there's one about like horror movies and one about being a dad. Which I don't know how they do it all.
Yeah.
And I don't like horror movies. But, you know, they have something for everyone. Okay, so please be sure to download our podcast and subscribe.
Rate, review, subscribe, download, do it all.
We'll read your reviews if you write us one.
Make it funny.
We only take 5-star reviews.
Yeah, nothing else.
Thank you. Like, that's for everything. Like, we won't even accept your 1 stars.
Much appreciated if you rate, review, subscribe.
And then you can also find us on Instagram.
We're at Vanderpasta.
And on Facebook, where we are, it's about the pasta, a Vanderpump Rules podcast. And the picture is the same as the one on our podcast, so it should be easy to find.
It's the purple, the classic Vanderpump purple.
Looks great. So
let's
it's
kick
time
it
to
off.
Mix it up.
Let's kick it off with a drink.
Oh my gosh, so I found this drink this time because Meredith did it last week. And this is straight off the Sir menu. It's called a Flirtini.
Ooh, cheers.
Cheers. Oh my god, I can't reach. There.
Too far away this time.
Yeah, it's called a Flirtini, and it's pineapple vodka, pineapple juice, and champagne.
I love it.
It seems really easy. And I swear I'm going to buy Tom and Ariana's book so I can actually
one day. It's all right. Later into the season, we'll treat you with an
actual drink, not one that I
a fancy
together.
AF cocktails. But it smells really good, especially like in the dead of winter now here in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's nice to have some pineapple.
It's a really summery drink, but in California it's always summer, so whatever.
Oh man. All right.
But I thought the Flirtini sounded fun.
I like it, especially for this flirtatious episode.
Oh my god, what is that? What's it called? A segment.
Oh, a segue.
Segue.
A segment.
Fuck me. It's fine.
All right, let's kick it off. First episode, season premiere.
Oh my god.
We got the like.
Hang on, wait. The intro song or whatever?
Yeah, so I was about to say, we kind of got exactly what the trailer was at the beginning and the end, which was weird.
Yeah. So it starts off with that really soft one where they slow down the music and everyone fights and Lisa's narrating it.
I think it's like a foreshadowing to be like,
everything's gonna go wrong.
This entire song is breaking down, and so is this entire cast. It sounded like a sad merry-go-round.
Yeah. It was
whatever. But I really enjoyed the beginning explanation of all the new cast. I did appreciate that.
Also, hang on. Sorry, guys. I don't have a cough anymore, but I do cough in the winter because it's.
I do cough in the winter.
So the intro song with everyone posing and doing slow motion. That one was so fast. I don't even know if I didn't pause it. I wouldn't know who was on there.
Did you notice that the like end of the opening, it was a lot smaller of a group right behind Lisa?
Yeah.
Like it was only the people in the cast and significant others. Like I wouldn't say Bo's in the cast, but like he was in that. So like all those random servers aren't in there anymore.
And
which I kind of liked because there was no point.
It got too much, and I have no idea why Tina was still there season 3 because she was not featured at all.
And Faith finally gone.
Love Faith. Okay, time to start out. So we open up. The Toms are in their motorcycle with the sidecar.
The hairspray as soon as I get out.
I literally wrote down, Tom Sandoval single-handedly destroys our ozone with his hairspray.
Oh my god.
Right?
So much. That bus was coming right behind him, and I was like, I want to know the thoughts of the people on the bus right behind them.
Especially California. You can't
do anything.
To the environment.
You can't drink out of plastic straws there, I don't think, anymore. You can't breathe more than 10 breaths in a minute.
Laws. We meet Max.
He's not that cute. He's not as cute as I thought.
Him and Brett look the same.
No, Brett is like bigger.
I do not know.
Oh wait, Brett on the show. I was thinking Brett from Big Brother. I don't know why.
Different podcast.
Different one. But yeah, I guess they do. Brett's the one that like works at Sir and was with Sheena in the opening of that segment.
Yes.
Okay.
But whatever. They look the same.
Yeah, too similar.
Anyway, so we meet Max, general manager at TomTom. I bet he's a good worker.
I mean, drinking on the job, he's great.
The Toms like him, but
the mini shot glasses, my favorite. I've loved it because like the half shots Schwartz always has to do. That's even like a fourth of a shot.
Yeah, Katie's very
downgraded
happy right now.
He's downgraded to a fourth of a shot.
Okay. We meet Dana. She's a hostess, but she's going to Sir.
At this point in the episode, I'm gonna say I had mixed feelings all throughout the episode about her, but at this point, I thought she was really cool. She can totally rock that top. I was like, damn,
she looks great.
I want to wear that, but I can't pull that off.
Are we working or twerking?
Loved it. It kind of seemed like she was a manager, the way she like interacted with everybody.
I think she knows she's good.
Oh yeah,
she's already going to Sir.
I was about to say she's being poached to the big leagues.
Yeah,
I guess Villa Rosa might be the big leagues. She's up from the D League.
We've never seen Villa Rosa.
I know that's why they're the majors.
Too classy.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. I have a quote from Max that I really liked.
Let me hear it.
He was reprimanding his staff, and he goes, "It's gonna be Lisa, or it's not. If it's not me, it's gonna be Lisa. So choose who you want."
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, I guess that's the way to manage.
Sassy.
That's the way to manage, I feel like, at TomTom, because it's kind of the same way that the Toms handle it. They're like, I mean, when we're here, we're in charge. And then, like, if Lisa shows up, Lisa's in charge. So it's like, wouldn't you rather, like, me, like, just do it for me? Like, oh, I don't want to be screamed at either.
Yeah, very true.
Which I feel like is the entire epitome of Vanderpump. It's like, oh shit, Lisa's coming.
Oh shit. Here's Lisa. So then we go to Sir.
Mm-hmm. We got Max.
Jax.
Oh wait, Brett.
What?
I said we got Max, but I keep mixing up the guys' names.
Because they look the same. So Jax, Raquel, and Sheena work there.
I love that. I love that they're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, do I think they need to work there? No.
I think the people who work there need to work there to stay relevant.
It's really great, except Raquel, because she's not relevant yet,
but like she needs to be be relevant.
That's true. This was my first time that I wanted to smack Raquel.
Oh my! I love that Lisa was like, never heard that one before about the pageant. My pageant.
I think my pageant stuff helps me.
Really prepared me for this job. And Lisa, never heard that one before.
So stupid. But, okay, Raquel, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I greet my table with a smile and confidence.
I smack her.
Like, do you say this every time you wake up in the morning to yourself in the mirror? I will greet them with confidence.
She was rough. But then we meet Brett, the other guy.
I'm obsessed with him already because I want to skip ahead.
No, don't. He's a server at Sir, and Sheena's giving him advice about the girls.
Ugh. Puke.
You know what, Sheena? Shut the fuck up.
Do you know how Lisa likes her tea? What tea does she like? I don't know.
Shut up. I have a quote that Sheena said, though, that I loved. I'm divorced. I don't know if you know that. Not a big deal. Doesn't define me.
And he's like,
I didn't even ask.
Didn't know that.
I also wrote, oh my god, Sheena scared the living hell out of Max. Because she did. For no reason whatsoever except to get in his pants. I
don't know. I'm so confused by all that because it was kind of some of what was brushed over. All of it was brushed over between the three newbies and Sheena. Because, of course, Sheena is so involved already with the newbies. I don't get it.
100 years. It's like Jax trying to fight James. Can you stop?
God, yeah.
Oh my God, rip James. Where were you this episode?
Literally the last comment I have, no James this episode.
We'll discuss. I have so many things to say. But so, Lisa rolls up to Sir.
Wait.
Yeah,
we gotta back up. No, because I think they talk about Brett and Sheena prior to that in the interview.
What?
In Brett's interview, they're talking about, oh, have you guys met?
Oh, no, that's later.
Oh, goodness.
I got it. So, wait, we have to go back to Raquel. She says that James is like a puppy that wants to go on a road with it.
In her interview, and she was like, and he jumps in the puppy eyes, and held it for like too many seconds.
She's gotta stop.
I can't.
Get her off.
I can't do the 14-year-old girl on YouTube.
So then, Brett meets Jax.
Yes.
Great. Jax asks if him and Sheena are sleeping together.
Obviously, that's already a yes.
Fantastic. This is where it's like...
This is where I'm like, I love Brett.
Sheena's not a good kisser?
No. Producer. Wait, are you saying she's not a good kiss... Or are you saying she's a bad kisser? Brett, no words.
Also, I wrote down... They hooked up after playing Scattergories?
I thought the same thing. He was like, Sheena invited me back to her apartment, or like her house, to play Scattergories. So Sheena, Brett, and Brett's friend are playing Scattergories at like 3 a.m.
Drunk, I'd assume.
I hope drunk at this point.
The last thing I want to do when I'm drunk is play Scattergories.
I love a good Scattergories, don't get me wrong, but like, not 3 a.m. after a club.
With the third wheel, I would be
with
the third wheel.
30 people.
Like,
I went 10 people so I can scream at them that they suck at the game, and that's the whole evening, is me telling them that they suck at games. Not 3 a.m. after a club in LA.
Yes, Meredith. Yes.
No. We'll do this Monday night, not Saturday night.
So then, Sheena talks about how she dated Max. Well, first of all, she hasn't heard from Adam. Adam, another casualty of Sheena's.
Absolutely, yeah.
First Shay.
The penguin didn't do anything.
Robbie, and that guy that made dinner for her. And Rob.
Yeah.
Rob.
He can hang a TV in 7 seconds.
Adam.
Well, it's weird because every time she likes somebody for an entire season, like anytime that's her storyline, you never see that guy again.
So are
like,
Max and Brett gonna be gone?
No, because as long as they're not the apple of her eye for an entire season, they're not cursed. I think Max is safe because that's already happened.
Okay.
Brett, we don't know what's going to happen.
But my favorite quote of the whole episode, Sheena's talking about Max, and she goes, I literally bought him an Apple Watch to show him how much I cared about him, and he couldn't even use it to text me. Okay,
Alicia and I were talking about this prior to the episode because there was that like 9-minute teaser or something.
That we
and it cut off literally on this quote. And Alicia thought it meant...
I thought it was about Adam.
She thought it was about Adam and that he took the Apple Watch and just never texted her. And I took it...
He like really left.
And I took it as, man, whoever she bought this Apple Watch for must have an Android, which, like, wouldn't you know they have an Android and that they can't use it? So this Apple Watch is sitting in a box somewhere in my mind.
Oh, no. I took it as she fully was so unliked that they're using the Apple Watch to ignore her.
Either way, I think this person would buy an Android just to not use the Apple Watch.
I love it.
Either way, why would you buy an Apple Watch for a homeboy who's about to be on...
Who's not your husband? You can bet your ass I'm not buying any boyfriend. If I don't get a ring, you don't get an Apple Watch.
Especially, does she have an Apple Watch? Are you going to buy...
Probably. Sheena?
That's true.
Probably.
But, like, why are you buying him something just so he has another way to text you back? How crazy can you be?
Sheena doesn't like to be called crazy.
I'm sorry.
We will discuss that.
I don't know another word for crazy right now. How attached can you be?
Needy.
Needy.
Sheena. So we go back to Tom Tom, and Dana is trying to put Max on blast for what happened the night before, but he's her boss, so he's not having any of it.
It was sketchy because it's kind of like Sheena, where it's like, you went on one date and you want to get married. Like, I know a few girls like this, but it's like, not only are you being so clingy after you hooked up once and you know he's a player, but you're he's your boss, and then you're gonna do this at work?
Yeah, and
how
she's like,
weird.
I'm going to SUR, and Max is like, I hooked up with a ton of girls there too, and I was like,
don't talk about
fuck, Max.
I love how we played that. He was like, I wouldn't mention my name.
It's not a good idea. Okay, so then we go
back to SUR.
No.
Oh. My notes are so high level.
I watched it the day after, so I was able to pause. So I took like a lot of time.
Yeah, you took too much time.
Wait, Sandoval and Jax.
That's what I'm saying, is we go back to SUR. Because Jax is talking about how
Jax
Sandoval and Jax,
SUR. Yes, you're right.
Are, well, I mean, Jax tells a colorful story, might I add. Very
what
colorful.
Are we, children? That was my Jax quote. So, he took away Sandoval being his best man.
I literally have...
as a favor to Sandoval.
It's unreal how Jax makes everything about himself. I understand he's getting married, but like, let's be honest, guys.
Groomzilla?
Yes. Yes. I'm like, holy shit. How is this entire wedding somehow about you? And Sandoval saying like, hey, I'm busy, or not texting you back. You're so dramatic about it. What happened to guys like being like, guys, and we can get over this?
Instead, he's just going to be like, you know what? You can't be my best man.
You're removed from being my best man.
I'm blocking you. But he can't take responsibility and be like, I'm upset that Sandoval doesn't text me back. Instead, he's like, Sandoval was too busy to be my best man.
Well, he's like,
I'm helping him.
He's like, Sandoval didn't text me first. I'm not going to text him first.
Do we know why Tom couldn't make it to Miami for the pre-bachelorette part?
No, it wasn't in Miami. It was in town, I think. The pre-bachelor party was like in town.
In town.
And the bachelor.
Miami's in Bachelor.
So it's like he had that pre-one.
He couldn't go to Miami.
No, he did that pre-one, so for the people who couldn't go.
Oh.
And I think maybe, I got lost on that too, whether he couldn't attend the pre or the bachelor party. But either way, it seems like he told him pretty far in advance.
Hey, I'm going to Michigan to see my mother on Mother's Day.
St. Louis.
Oh, Jax is from Michigan.
I'm like, come on, I literally, one of my notes in here is about
You're literally wearing a St. Louis Cardinals
love it
shirt.
But it's like, he clearly had to tell you so much time in advance.
And it's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Just because Jax is mad at his mom
doesn't mean the rest of the world is. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then Jax, his next quote. I'm not trying to make it about me, but it is about me.
The most Jax quote ever.
I love that Sheena's like, it's about you. And I was like, shut up, Sheena.
No, but I feel like she kind of calls him out on like shit.
She was agreeing with him.
No, but I feel like she kind of like gives him a little sass, like, I mean, it is about you. Like, because he says like, I'm not saying it's about me, but she's like, it's about you. Yeah. Everything's about you. We all know it's Jax's world and we're living in it.
Oh.
Except for Lisa. Lisa lives in her own world.
Lisa does not care about Jax Taylor. So then,
I literally wrote that. I go, first of all, it's always about you, Sheena.
We go back to Tom Tom, where the line is outrageous.
Okay, that had to be filmed a different day. They weren't even open.
What? When Stassi rolls up?
The line?
When Stassi and Bo.
Oh, for some weird reason, I thought they were in SUR. Because Lisa was at SUR before, which I always forget they're all so close. You're right.
She walked down the block in her 7-inch heels.
Oh, God.
And the line was outrageous. I
she should have told
away, all the peasants.
She should have told one of the Toms to pick her up in the motorcycle.
She would have driven that motorcycle. Tom Sandoval would have been in that sidecar.
No. Tom Schwartz. Come on.
Tom Schwartz wouldn't have even got to go. He would have been just at the bar. So Stassi and Bo, she goes, I got my book, I got Bo, my grandma died.
So sad. I actually feel so bad for her.
She's taking it like a champ.
I really enjoyed the flashback of her grandma from, I think it was 2016.
Yeah. So cute. I have a soft spot for Stassi.
I do too.
I really do.
Because she owns being a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, she literally, whenever she's talking about her grandma, she's like, she's everything I wanted to be if I was a little less bitchy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
And she's genuinely sad
Yes.
It's not
Oh
like
my
the
god.
Jax broke her heart sad. It's not the Patrick broke her heart
No,
sad.
it's not the dramatic sad. Like
It
she's
was like
just
when Katie stopped being her friend. Like,
a
you
one
saw her
tier
pain.
kind of like Lauren Conrad rolling down.
Mascara.
Yeah, that's
Except
that
now
sad.
we use waterproof mascara. The really touching Lisa and Stassi moment.
I love that. I actually truly do love their relationship.
I do too.
I think it's one of the
Once
very
they
few
fixed
genuine
it.
ones. Yeah. And I literally, I just wrote, I love Lisa and Stassi.
But Lisa does not know the title of the book.
That was my favorite part. She's a best-selling bitch, is what she ended with.
Yeah.
It's a basic book. She's a bitchy broad. She's like all the B's. She had the B's right.
She just kept going. Like,
either way, she's a best-selling bitch.
basic bitch.
Yeah.
Then we cut to Kristen. I'm sorry. I know she's an intricate part of the show. And yes, season 2 is my favorite because Kristen's a loser and slept with Jax. But my God, I hate when she's on my screen.
It just, when nothing actually is happening, like she had drama then, like true drama. This is dumb drama. Like this is no reason. This is like we're going to get into this conversation. I feel like the whole podcast about like the Katie or the Stassi side or the Kristen side. But like, I literally wrote, Kristen is not growing. Kristen is stagnant. Like, what is she doing? And I kind of like how they set up, is she with Carter? What's going on with Carter?
Yeah, so she's talking shit about Stassi and Katie because they're bad friends, whatever.
Which I'm kind of over. I'm just over the complaining from Kristen.
I don't care. Kristen and Carter still live together and have sex, but they're broken up. Which again, I couldn't care less.
I'm confused. I think with the rest of America.
So then Stassi says something that I really like, and she goes, or I didn't exactly quote it, but Stassi is growing into someone who can't be around someone who's not growing at all.
Which I understand that.
Yes.
And I don't think Kristen gets that's why Stassi can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Which she needs to communicate that, and I don't know how to communicate that in a nice way, but like,
you suck.
I think we're going apart, basically. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think our friendship is growing with us.
Exactly. And we've seen Stassi's character arc.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen in front of us her growth.
Yes.
And I've,
some, bad growth, and then some good growth. Like, there's been change,
she's
though.
like the villain that got the great arc at the end.
Yeah.
I love her.
But
Kristen's literally the same person.
The only thing that has grown is her hair. Dead serious. I was like, why does Kristen have such long hair? Do you need me to call you an Uber to get your hair cut?
Cut it. She's very sad. All she does is cry. Whatever. We're gonna put a pin in Kristen. So Stassi and Beau are talking, and Stassi says when she dies, she wants a haunted house funeral with trespassers that all look like her, and she will be taxidermy.
This is where you know Beau loves her.
And Beau, bless his heart.
He's like, okay.
He goes, Stassi makes everything fun because there's a lot of things she likes that aren't fun, but I like her.
I know. He was like, I don't give a shit about any of this, but
he
I'm going to
looks
nod
scared.
and say, yes, sweetie.
Whatever you want, babe.
I will plan that for you.
We'll discuss this later, but I really like Beau.
I do too. I'm on board with him.
So, now we go. Stassi starts talking about the houses that have been bought. Katie Tom, Ariana Sandoval. I know they have different, whatever. Katie Schwartz.
Yeah.
Sandoval, Ariana, Jackson Brittany, all have the
exact same house. Exact same house.
I paused it.
I watched a little bit of Watch What Happens Live right after, and they addressed it on the first 10 minutes. And Brittany's, of course, like, well, we all have different tastes, though, so they all look different on the inside. And they're all like, well, it's a new build, so everybody's, of course, is going to look the same. And I'm like, well, no.
Tom and Ariana did it first.
Paint your garage door a different damn color.
Literally black and white.
Black and white.
Color of their house.
And they all had the same thing, the 2-car garage with the thick trim, and it was kind of like a little rustic, but like LA version of like character. There's some thick molding around everything.
Oh my God.
Dark hardwoods, I bet, all inside. But apparently they all decorate it so differently. So if I don't see some different decorations, obviously Brittany's is going to be country chic.
Bar. So, hey guys, my roommate just walked in.
Give a shout out.
Hey.
Doesn't watch the show. Yeah.
So then I wrote, oh my God, we're in the suburbs and Jax is mowing the lawn and Tom Sandoval is making a breakdance studio.
My favorite thing ever is Brittany talking to Jax. You know he can totally hear her and he goes, can't hear you, babe.
Oh, why these pillows gotta be so hard?
He's like, can't hear you. Totally can hear her.
And then Tom Sandoval, I cannot with him. Babe, this is where I'm gonna put my breakdance studio. I will forever love them. And this is my St. Louis shout out, is Tom Sandoval wearing an STL shirt. Ugh, beautiful.
Arch
Never
apparel.
forget your roots.
Never forget your roots.
And then Schwartz just wants to have sex.
Oh.
Are they still not? It has been 3 years since these people had sex.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Married.
I mean, Jack's probably the latest one to have sex with Faith. Poor humans.
Ariana and Tom talking about how everyone followed them there, whatever.
Which, I mean, that would frustrate me.
Same, like, I'm trying to get away from your ass.
Well, and it's like, then you buy the exact same house I bought.
Yeah, Brittany, doesn't matter what the inside looks like.
Paparazzi isn't taking photos on the inside.
Now we get into the Jax and Tom drama.
Oh my God, I love this.
So, Tom started talking about how he was so excited by this house because him and Ariana aren't getting married or having kids.
Which, it's fine.
Yeah,
this is their big thing.
This is your thing. Just like everyone's giving Jax all the attention, he's getting married. Tom should have gotten some attention for buying a house.
He's not even asking for attention. He's just asking to not be one-upped in the moment he says, I bought a house.
I bought a house, and then I bet Jax goes, well, Brittany and I are going to buy a house in a good school zone.
It's going to be like, oh, you only have a 2-bedroom house? We're going for an 8-bedroom house.
We're so many kids. Which, like, okay, do I think Tom and Ariana's relationship are going to work? Is going to work. I think they're both great adults.
I agree.
I feel kind of bad because Tom does want kids and marriage, but Ariana has never lied about it. She has said straight up.
And we had a listener comment about this, asking our thoughts on this, and I think it works for right now.
Yeah.
And it sucks to have to give up something in a relationship. Like, that's why I don't think it's really going to work. But if Tom
he's willing to.
has wanted kids slightly and then has decided, like, okay, like, it may not be for me, but, like, Brittany, like, you know, like, is the type of girl who's like, I've always wanted kids. If Tom's not like that, I think it can work. Especially if I'm going to say I'm going to give him, like, for sure 8 years. Like, I think it's going to last for a while.
Tom is known from the beginning of dating Ariana. Yeah. That she does not want marriage and she does not want kids. To which Tom has said, okay, he thinks being with Ariana is more important than all that other stuff.
I agree. And even said, like, do you think you'll change it? Like they fully discussed it, even on the show. So, like, think about the conversations they've had.
Adoption.
Yeah.
So he's well aware of what's happening. So I'm going to give them this. I'm very happy for them.
I agree.
I hope this house works out for them. I hope they live a beautiful, happy life together. And Jax needs to get out of it.
Yes. When somebody says, hey, I'm so excited I bought a house, you don't need to say, I'm going to buy a bigger one.
Which we know is what Jax does. Like, these people are just narcissistic assholes that do that.
Yeah, it's like why don't you just say, congrats, that's amazing. Like, I'd love to get your advice. If you want to make it about yourself, then say, I'd love to get your advice when I buy a house. You know, like. Yeah.
And then we got to Jax, which makes me even, I swear to God, this man on my screen, I couldn't be more enraged.
Also, he looks really tiny these days.
He's on the wedding diet.
I'm just saying.
For the wedding.
Like, he had muscle. He just looks like.
Not since he was 33.
Flat Stanley.
Yeah. Jax wants to know if Tom even knows that he's getting married this month. And of course, Brittany enabling the hell out of Jax.
I roll. Does he even know I'm getting married this month? Yeah, Jax.
He should have reached out to you every day and tell you he's so excited for your wedding.
No. Oh, no.
And also, guy friendships are not
I was about to say,
like
they're
that.
Dudes. Jax isn't planning this damn wedding. It's not like he needs help.
I'm sure Brittany gets one text a day, I'm so excited for your wedding.
Which is not how guys work, though.
It's not how I work.
No, I wouldn't want that. You'd stress me out more.
I cannot stress enough how much Jax angers me.
Jax's narcissism angers me. When Jax doesn't speak, I'm solid with it. When he's serving a drink, I'm on it. I'm great with him.
We do get a fun flashback to my favorite season 2. Jax and Tom have done tons of stuff to each other, and they've always worked it out. Cut to Jax sleeping with Kristen, which is my favorite thing.
Tom punching Jax in the forehead.
Did you feel this?
Yeah, in the forehead, I think it was.
Did you use a condom? Once.
Once.
Oh my god, it's just, honestly, right there, if I was Sandoval, that would have been the end of Jax.
Well, I love a good flashback, especially a compilation, right?
Oh.
Compilation, is that the right word?
Yeah. Whatever, it's our podcast.
Of flashbacks, because this is season 8. It's like, they got some good dirt. I need to be reminded of what Tom Sandoval has done to be Jax's friend. And guess what? We saw a lot of Tom being a great friend and none of Jax being a good friend.
And also, Tom was provoked to punch Jax in the face because Jax slept with Tom's girlfriend twice.
And Jax's girlfriend's best friend.
Well, we knew Jax was shit. Come on.
God. I know. That was a deserved punch for sure. But yeah, it annoys me so much how it always has to be about Jax, and then when somebody isn't being a good friend to Jax, it's the biggest deal in the world. But when is Jax a good friend? Whenever. Give me one clip. Put it in the Facebook group. Give me one clip of Jax being a good friend.
And we'll eat our words. But I can't think of one. He hasn't.
I'll even give you to anybody on the cast.
He has shaded Schwartz. He has shaded Sheena. He has shaded Tom Sandoval. And he has no other friends.
Speaking of Schwartz.
And it does not mean Brittany. It is not okay that he's nice to Brittany.
No, because he can have sex with her. Nobody was having sex
also
with at the time. Yeah. But speaking of Schwartz, my favorite, this is my quote of the entire episode. That's a lot of responsibility. Being best man all by myself. Schwartz is literally 4 years old. That's a lot of responsibility.
Notice how Katie did not say one thing. She is ignoring.
She's like, do. Is he speaking?
She's like, I planned a whole wedding without you. I don't want to hear you talk.
You're lucky you showed up to your own wedding.
You literally have to do nothing.
Oh God! But I do understand Jax being like, man,
Schwartz.
I can't trust him. That's the only thing I was okay with. I was like, all right, Jax. I agree.
I get it. Katie and Tom are having a house chilling party.
Okay, the theme was comfy chic.
To which Tom Schwartz wore a muumuu. We'll get back to this.
I said I need more of this in my life. Why aren't more themes comfy chic? I'm about it. I need to have a housewarming if my apartment was big enough to hold more than 2 people.
So then, really quick, Kristen's house, we get a little view. I think she has the cutest looking house out of everyone.
Because it doesn't look like everybody else's. The trees.
The trees were beautiful. The bushes, the flowers.
Loved it.
Great. 10 out of 10, Kristen. You did something right. Or you just hired a really good realtor.
But then you learn that she isn't doing anything right.
Also, can we talk about how all the guys have commented about Kristen? Katie was talking about it to Schwartz, and Schwartz is like, whatever she wants to do to make her happy. And then, maybe it was Brittany talked about it to Jax, and Jax is like, it's just Kristen. They are so nice about it. They do not give a fuck.
They don't care because I think they're accepting Kristen being Kristen more. And I think it's one of those things where, if Kristen calls you, you put it on speakerphone and walk away. You let her say her shit. I feel like that's how guys operate. Yeah, then you're like, oh, no, I'm so sorry you're going through that. You have your responses. You write them on a piece of paper. You cross them off. Every time you say one, you can't say that one again. Is a response. Oh, man, that sucks is a response. Yeah. That's how guys operate, I feel like. And so they're like, we're used to it.
Oh, wow.
It goes in one ear, out the other.
So Lala goes to Villa Rosa, and Lisa.
I loved this
because she's in jeans.
She looked okay. That white T-shirt was way too see-through, but whatever.
Nicer than I do right now.
Looks down.
Yeah.
Oh yikes!
But she talks about how her and Ken created Vanderpump Cocktail Garden, and she was carried in on a float.
No. First off, it goes. I thought I'd make a low-key entrance. Cut to the major entrance, which, let me put an asterisk in here. that none of this was right in the middle of her drama with her Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast, and only one was invited, and they're pissed. I mean, she's not on the show anymore, so...
We're gonna get more of her on Vanderpump, though, which I'm okay with.
Okay, but I've noticed that they are trying... Like, Lisa's being really nice this episode, and I think she's kind of trying to revive her image.
I still love her.
I know, I'm not saying I don't love her, but I'm just saying, like, think about how motherly she is this episode. That's which true. I know it's the first one, but if that keeps up, I definitely think she's trying to revive her image.
Rock it out, Lisa.
But low-key entrance with a throne.
I love it. Lala's been sober for 7 months.
I was about to say, really proud of her.
We love her.
I think that's amazing. Whether, like, you like her or not, you have to admit.
That's great. Especially after we got that flashback of crazy drinking Lala.
And it's like, with this group, like, I drink watching them because I'm, like, it's just a lot. So, like, being in it, I cannot imagine.
And when she was talking about James.
Yeah. She was so honest, truthful.
She misses
like,
him.
Yeah.
He was the first one that was nice to her.
And
I agree.
She
hasn't forgotten about that. Even though he hasn't been very kind.
Yeah.
She still super appreciates
even when she was drinking, like, she always had her moments, which I think goes with every friendship, but whenever she always took a step back and always said, like, I love him, like, he's someone so important to me, and I've learned, like, you can love people from afar, and I think that's what Lala's trying to do, is, like, when he's ready and he's in a place to be a better friend or be a better person, I'm still here. Yeah, like, I'm always going to be here, but maybe we don't need to be close friends right now.
Also, she's going to become a Real Housewife. She's volunteering now at Vanderpump Dogs.
I
cannot wait. She's too good for this group.
It's insane, who doesn't work there anymore, and I love how they're introducing that they all have to have something to do, obviously.
Yeah.
And I love that Lala's is volunteering. Well, I love animals.
Time to talk about when Stassi goes to Kristen's apartment. Kristen looks like she's been crying for days.
I love the way Stassi handles this.
I think she handled it really well. And I'll talk about this later, but because we had a listener want to know about this. I think Stassi did it great. Yeah. She was blunt and honest and was what Kristen needed to be, but when Kristen started crying, she was there for her.
Yep.
Sorry.
You're good. I think she handles it really well, because this is what I wrote, is like, this is my note on that exact moment, is Kristen doesn't want to hear the truth. She's collapsing, and then she calls, like, all of them, but doesn't want to hear anything about how, like, they call her on it. They're like, you're a mess. And she's like, you're calling me a mess. That's so mean. Yeah. And it's like, but you are a mess right now. Either, like, get your house in order, or, like, stop calling us. It's like, when you're in a bad relationship and you, like, tell your friends that, like, he sucks.
But then you're telling him, I love you.
Yeah, it's like, either start telling him some good stuff, like,
or don't complain,
or stop the complaint, or don't be mad that they only hear bad, and so they are pissed about it. They, like, want the better for you. Yeah. So it's like, you either need to stop complaining so much, which, like, I totally think, like, you should be able to complain to your friends, but don't be shocked when they're like, whoa, like, we need to get you out of this, like, 911.
I think she's really struggling with this breakup. I do. I think she really genuinely doesn't want it to end. But I also, and I get it, she doesn't want to be that weak girl that needs the boy, so she's going to tell her friends and be like, oh my god, he sucks. Yeah.
And it's like,
I can sympathize, but
at some point,
your friends are trying to help.
Like, obviously you guys live together in that apartment, so this should be a fresh start. And this is the thing, she was like, and I get it, like, Stassi can probably handle a breakup differently. She cuts guys out. I do the same thing. Like, I can't speak to you. If I speak to you, like, I'll be Kristen.
Oh, see, I'm more like a Kristen, I think.
But it's like, when you have that fresh break of moving out an apartment, it doesn't have to be a hard line of, like, because, like, Kristen was like, I can't do that where I'll say I'll never see him again. You can see him again. Yeah. You can't live with him. Yeah. You can't sleep with him. You
maybe
can't,
if they get
like,
torn apart, it will work out. Maybe they just need to, like, step back a hot second.
Yeah, maybe they don't need to live together.
Yeah, because he can be sweet.
Yes.
We saw, which we'll get to, because that's next.
I think that was very manipulative.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Kristen's delusional in this situation.
I think Kristen's kind of like Jax, where it needs to be about her, so she really likes the attention. So, like, the poor me attention she gets from her friends, she's not getting it anymore, so she's pissed that they're not playing that game.
Well, it continues at the house chilling murder.
Okay, Super Soakers with vodka.
Genius.
My first thing was, I'm a little scared. What happens to your eyes? I saw them wearing sunglasses, but like I need goggles.
Didn't even think about that.
I was like, that would burn. I was waiting for Schwartz when he took it to be like, oh my, they must have been so drunk. I've just never had vodka in the eye. Don't want to have vodka in the eyes.
Yeah, I mean,
I
thought
my first thing was painful.
You know what? These boys just. Katie, I think, is just like, out of my house. Go play.
Go outside, boys.
He's like a kid. Go waste your energy, and then Schwartz will fall asleep, and she won't have to have sex with him. So, I spy Peter. He does not look good.
Yikes.
His 30s or 40s or whatever have hit him hard.
I think it's best he's not fully on the show as much.
He does not. Man, but he talks to Dana. And I just wrote...
Awkward.
Oh my god. So Dana is the one that's moving to SUR from Tom Tom.
Correct.
Peter is the manager at SUR.
Correct.
And I just go, oh my god, Dana is the girl from Peter's night
Okay,
out.
we talked about this on our preview episode with like the trailers and everything. We couldn't remember if she was the one. It has been confirmed. At minimum, she was in the bathroom.
And she goes, I was just peeing, and Peter goes, I don't think so. But I can't decide. Peter was so creepy in this moment. Like,
I agree.
I was so freaked out by Peter that I don't want to believe that they made out. I want to believe for the TV people, he was just like, I got some in a bathroom.
And I think he's bad at, like, acting in a sense. You know, like, I think he's like, oh, really? You know, like, being too much, where it came off creepy.
But also, Dana has the most to lose.
But I think she would just openly admit it and be like, because she literally, it must have been right before that, because she was explaining, like, oh, like, last year I met Peter, and then, like, I, like, had met the guys too. That's how I got my job at Tom Tom. I think because by the time they, like, did these interviews, she was at SUR. Yeah, she didn't want to fully say it, but, like, making out in the bathroom isn't that weird. It's not like he was like, yeah, we had a full-on gangbang in the bathroom. I think it was more
of like, now I'm your manager.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I feel like she would have admitted a makeout, and she just made out with her now manager. Yeah, she fucked him.
Oh my god. Look at Peter. He was just...
I know, I love that. I think I would remember making out with a pirate.
But really quick, we have to acknowledge one more time, Stassi and Bo were on the way to the airport.
I literally said Bo is perfect per usual.
Oh my god.
You're gonna do great with your vigil. And she's like, vigil?
Isn't it eulogy? And she starts crying.
And he like literally is thinking while he's driving, he's like, oh, yeah, that's it.
I think he just wanted to make her laugh, and instead she started crying. It just,
I know. Which I love them. I'm kind of happy they weren't at this party.
Yeah, I think they're too good for this.
That too. And it like gave us a moment with the newbies that I feel like Bo and Stassi are huge personalities, that it would have been the new kids and the old kids separated, but I think this made it so like they could commingle.
Yeah, 100%.
Because Sheena always rides the fence.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Sheena, she walks in with Brett.
So weird. I said, why are they showing up together?
But she walks in. This is my favorite part because it cracked me up. Never forget Adam Spot, Sheena's best friend. She walks in and Brittany goes, what's up with you and Max? And she goes, oh, we're best friends. I mean, not best friends, really good friends.
Really good friends. Yikes. I like
Sheena.
It's kind of like the moment from when she was with, what is his name, Rob? Rob can hang out. Rob. Best friend. Oh my she gosh. Like has these key words, and I think this season it's going to be boy crazy.
Oh, I can't. So Max and Sheena are going to Palm Springs together?
Yet no one was mentioned else.
That was it. That was like it at first.
We'll come back to it because
it's mentioned later.
Yeah.
And I just wrote really quick, oh my god, Brittany is so annoying with that laugh.
Also, I like wrote here, like, Dana's being real creepy. Like, she's really like overhearing, watching. Like, why is Dana so jealous? Like, you slept with your boss once. And again, like, you were weird at work, which I get it. You probably like want something, but like, girly.
Stop.
If I was at, I mean, those cameras must have been like perfectly, just in the perfect spot every time, because
just on Dana the whole time.
She was just like, that moment where you're, like, talking to someone and you're like, yeah, and you're, like, staring and, like, actually listening to the other conversation. That was her the entire evening. And there were too many people there to do that.
The editor, bravo, A+.
I'm going to give you, I almost said a Grammy, but that's music. Whatever.
Daytime Emmy.
No, not daytime.
Just an Emmy? Well, yeah, but
just
these
Emmy.
are daytime TV.
No, but this isn't daytime. That is, like, talk shows. That's, like, us.
Oh, great. Can't wait for our Emmy.
Oh, man.
Guess who shows up at the house chilling party?
What the fuck? Why is Carter here?
Carter! I was like, he even brought something.
Perfectly timed.
Whatever.
Thank you, Carter, for just stirring the pot.
Cuts away.
Yeah.
We never get back to Carter.
No, we do, but
later.
Just they leave you on a cliffhanger.
So Max and Brett are talking about how crazy Sheena is.
At the perfect time that Katie is grabbing things out of the fridge, and I think
Milk?
she grabs a few things out of the fridge.
Milk?
Just to hear this conversation, which I totally would do. Genius.
Yeah, 100%. But if I were like Brett or Max, I'd be like, why do you need milk at a house chilling party?
I need milk.
But then Katie does the ultimate bitchy move.
But I'm happy.
I would too.
But I'm happy that they're good with Sheena. I feel like Sheena's always on the outs.
I love outside Sheena though.
I know. I think she always will be, but like Katie knows some drama and she's like, I mean, this doesn't affect me either way, so let me go tell Sheena.
And Sheena cannot believe it.
Walks over.
Max just wishes that they went slower, which I get. Sheena immediately jumps the hell in.
Crazy,
we saw it with Shay,
clingy.
we saw it with Rob, we saw it with Adam.
We saw it with Boy Who Cooked Her Dinner.
Yeah, she fully jumped into bed with that dude.
Like, oh God. And it's like, just calm down. And so I think he said it, or I think his point was okay, the way he said it, and like Katie overhearing that one hot sec, not solid.
Yeah, and I get it.
But
like, Sheena just moves fast. If you're not into her, don't lead.
Well, if you don't want to have a child in 9 months, just calm down.
And then Sheena loses her fucking mind.
I don't get this. Like,
she starts close to crying.
No,
girl.
she does. She tears up.
I just don't like being called crazy.
Okay, nobody called you straight up crazy, except for me tonight. They called you boy crazy, which isn't that insane, because she totally is.
She is boy crazy. She's the only one that, like, constantly has to talk about a boy.
A boy, whether they're best friends, whether they're da-da-da, who she slept with, and then, like, when she's a 7th grader, minus, like, I hope 7th graders aren't having this much sex, but, like, when somebody brings up, like, I heard so-and-so, she's like, stop, I don't want to talk about this, and then literally spills everything.
Yeah, she's that girl that's like, I'm not going to talk about it, but then later comes up to you and is like, so.
She tells the right person who will ask her about it later, or tells the right person who will tell somebody else who will make sure they ask her about it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about this, but, so, he cooked me dinner.
And then he ate me out for 20 minutes.
It's like,
That was the best.
Everybody knows how they can, like, get somebody to, like, start the conversation without starting it, you know, like, especially about boys. Like, girls love to talk about that shit.
The best is Max has to comfort her crying at
Oh, which Dana, of course, is, like, sitting behind, like, a bookshelf.
Oh,
like, what the fuck?
I was like, Dana's about to get lit. Because then she's like, do you have the vodka? Do you have the Jaeger?
Dana is a creeper.
Yeah, 100%.
And then, I just have to put this in there, because you would not have written a comment about this, but I forget, I think her name's Rachel. It's, like, Stassi's friend.
Yeah, Rachel.
Literally goes, oh my god, I was, like, eating an Emo's Pizza last night. That's a St. Louis pizza place, so she talked about Emo's Pizza. You can get them frozen and bring them back.
I did not even realize that
I
Rachel
literally
was
heard
there.
Emo's, and I flipped the F out. So if anybody goes to St. Louis, eat Emo's Pizza. You'll hate it, because it's just a total St. Louis thing. But it's amazing.
Oh my god.
But anyways.
So then, moving on, Kristen, Tom, and Tom are shooting vodka at each other, and Peter starts drinking out of a large bowl. And I would just like
so weird.
That was the weirdest cut.
So
editor who got
weird.
A promotion for all the Dana cuts just got fired because of this fucking shit we had to sit through.
It's so odd. It's just like, why'd you pour it into, it's a trifle bowl.
I did not think of what that was called.
It's a trifle bowl for when you make like a layered dessert. Why are you pouring tequila It was vodka or tequila. I forget what they said.
Chilling party. It's not supposed to get that crazy.
In a like, why would you? Why do you have a trifle bowl? And why do you pull vodka in there? Like, why don't you just use a bowl?
Because that's for cereal.
But like, did you pour the whole bottle in there, and everybody had to pour from that bowl into their drink? I just was confused.
So Max and Dana finally talk, and
I was shocked at this.
Moving to Sir, and Max is kind of into her.
I was shocked. The way he had been the whole episode. Yeah, I go, like, Max and Dana, damn, not ready for that one.
Yeah, he's like, well, I guess now that you're moving to Sir, I'd love to hang out with
Are you free? And I was just like...
grab some coffee in the morning?
Whoa, remember when you were...
a morning date, too.
Remember when you were sketchy in the basement of Tom Tom?
Yeah. And not even, like, drinks and maybe something will happen. It was fully, like, in the morning because I want to hang out with you.
Well... Oh, I didn't even catch that.
And he's like, do you want to go in the he said something about
it was
the morning,
weird.
And I was like, oh.
Maybe he plans to hang out with her all day then, which is kind of cute.
Maybe because they work at night, they just right after go out, and it's like 5 in the morning.
Well, no, I hope they're not having coffee at 5 in the morning after they go out. You might as well place categories. But maybe it's like, because he like took it too fast with Sheena, he's trying to like take it slow, because Dana kind of seems like a crazy person.
Kind of, which I'm surprised about. I thought I'd really
also,
like her.
She said the word Twitter-pated. The fuck does that mean?
Twitter-pated? I didn't even catch that.
She said something like that. So, like, listeners, please help me out. I'm not cool with lingo. I don't use Twitter. I know Alicia does. I only use it to, like, look up people, like, when they delete their Twitters or people are shitting on them so much that Instagram doesn't work anymore. But tell me what Twitter-pated means.
I have no idea.
It's going to be the word of the week.
So Dana does bring up this whole Palm Springs thing with Sheena that Max is going to go on, but he's not going alone.
He blew it off expertly. Oh, yeah. I'm going, but like, no, not alone. I'm not sure who's going. He didn't name
Sheena.
He didn't name one other person. No. He goes, no, definitely not alone. I don't know who else is going.
Dana said straight up, she's like, I don't want to be involved with this shit. Yeah, girl.
I'm on board.
But she's down to hang out.
Yeah.
So then we go. Lala starts talking to Carter.
The perfect person to discuss this.
Wait, really quick, her lip is pierced?
No. It's like a weird clip thing. Yeah, I don't like it. She wore it like once or twice last season. I find it the weirdest thing, but let's be honest.
Whatever.
It's Lala.
She accuses Carter of freeloading. And then I just wrote, LMFAO. Lala knows what it's like to not be financially equal to her partner, but she's running a household and giving killer BJs.
I know, I wrote the exact same thing. I go, Lala paying her rent, running a household, ? And giving BJs. That one makes sense, the second, but...
Okay. So Kristen's watching this whole thing happen with Lala and Carter. Carter's basically like, Kristen has not told me any of this. That she has not told me that I suck at all.
Which I think is, this conversation is what needed to happen.
Yeah. We need to know what Kristen's telling Carter. And Lala's like, fuck, I don't think Kristen's being honest.
I don't think she is.
Yeah, I don't think she is too.
And I think this sets up the whole season for all the Kristen drama.
Oh, 100%. We get a nice butt-shaking montage.
Hold on. I wrote this. This house party has the DJ equipment on, like, one of those poofs on the ground. Like, it's nice equipment on, like, a poof and, like, just on the ground.
So, Tom and Jax talk.
Jack's trying to defend being a dick.
Whatever, Jax is sad. He hasn't been invited to Sandoval's house. Tom expresses that he feels like Jax doesn't love him. We get nowhere other than Jax's maybe...
No, I don't get why Jax is like, I was never invited over. I hate people who say that shit. Why don't you just be like, hey, I'd love to see your new house. Yeah.
Also, Jax is like, Tom, I texted you, and you never texted me back. And Tom goes, yeah, I did, and pulls up the receipts. Oh my
Finally, God. We've always known, like, Tom always knows the truth with Jax's lies, but... This time, I feel like Tom's kind of at the point with last reunion, like, especially, he was like, I'm done, like, doing all your bullshit stuff, and, like, just kind of, like, done with his bullshit. So it's like, no, I did, and I love that he read them, innocent to the camera.
And Jax goes, oh, I don't remember seeing that.
And he
Tom
goes, you replied.
Yeah. Oh my God, I've never.
God, no, but Jax earlier goes, this is a serious time. I'm getting married.
I'm sorry, every season, Jax has one thing that everyone's got to pay attention to.
Yes.
Yes, this wedding. Season before, yes, Jax's dad passed, which is fine.
Before that, he cheated. Like, there's always something.
About that. He cheated, and he's the victim.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Stassi kicked him out of his apartment. He's the victim.
He slept
for cheating.
Yeah. And it's like, but he did openly admit he really wants attention. He literally, after he said,
Jax just wants to get Tom's attention.
This is a serious time I'm getting married. And then he said, you're not responding to me. And Tom showed him the receipts. He goes, I mean, I just like really want your attention. He said something along the lines of that. Which, at least, is kind of...
What are we, children?
No, I'm him telling himself that in the mirror. What are we, children?
Children!
Yes.
No, Brittany in the back. Yes.
God.
Yeah, we are. So then we go back to Carter and Kristen. My God, I cannot stress it enough.
This is where I think he's manipulative.
When he, like, kisses her
and then he goes, I mean, you know I love you.
I love you.
And then walks away and, like, half peeks in when the door's, like, open. I love you. It was weird. I thought it was so weird.
I think Carter's genuinely creepy as is.
Yeah, but he said it too many times where, like, when, obviously, he called out Kristen, and I think he knows it'll probably get back to her, so he's like, I love you.
I don't know. I'm going to put Carter... You be skeptical. I'm going to give Carter a benefit of the doubt. We'll see what happens. I know they don't last.
I was about to say, can we agree? We hope this, like, he doesn't even last more than 3 episodes.
And Carter needs to be the one that's like, I'm out. Because Kristen's never going to cut that cord.
If he doesn't move into the house, like they said he isn't, then he's done.
No, stop. Don't move into the house.
No, I think he wants to. It's a free place to live. I'll move into that house.
Then I'm going to think he's stupid. So, Kristen's more mad that Lala went up to Carter because it's not her business.
Like Lala said, you brought her into this.
If you're my friend, it's my business. If you're venting to me, it's my business.
Well, and, like, in theory, this guy's been in the group for a while, so they're all kind of friends, you know, like...
He's been there well over a year and a half.
Why can't she talk to him, first off, and then why can't she question him? Like, I would want my friends to question a lot of things, especially the guys in my life.
So, really quick, Katie goes to an interview. She does not look good. I'm sorry, Katie. Whatever. It's not her body like James may think. It is literally that hair. That crimped hair.
Yeah.
I do not care. She could have been fucking naked and I still would have hated it because of the hair.
It's
too long, too. I like short hair, Katie.
I know. They, like, posted a picture from, like, their first season, and I was like...
she looked so...
It was, like, the Kristen kind of, like, cut, like, that Kristen usually has.
So good. Katie
and I think shoulder length is the best on Katie.
She looks great. Just not in this interview.
She has really thick hair that it's just, like, a lot.
She looks fine. Literally, at the house chilling party, it was just that crimp. Do not crimp your hair, Katie.
Yeah, Stassi has amazing style. Kristen just always looks like a mess, so I don't think she ever looks that bad because I'm used to it. Katie swings in between that it's too much. Like, I don't know wherever she's at.
But, Lala and Kristen are talking again. They start arguing, and Lala says the same thing that Stassi said earlier, where she says, is it working for you?
Yep, which I thought was so crazy. But also, right in this, it cuts to the guy stealing the water gun of vodka and being like, in a sense, mentally, they were like, we gotta be outside.
Is that my wife? It's your wife? Oh, no.
Grabs vodka, water gun, goes outside. But yeah, it's like, Lala, I think, is always very honest. Whether it's right, wrong, harsh, nice, anything. She speaks her truth.
Lala's I want Lala to be my friend.
I don't want drunk Lala screaming the truth at me, but I'm here for 7 months sober Lala screaming the truth at me.
She's the real, even with James, she is the realest fucking friend.
Yeah.
And she's trying to help Kristen, and Kristen will not have it.
Because it's the same, I think, like, Katie and Stassi had probably, like, a 5-month head start on, like, all this bullshit. And so it's like, then Lala gets brought in, because it's like, once your friends say, I don't want to hear this bullshit anymore, you find a new person to, like, vent to.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can only take so much. So Lala is at her point now, right in that moment, and says the exact same thing. Well, then don't complain to me.
Yeah. And Kristen responds that she's pulling the Katie and Stassi card.
Which it's like...
I don't even know what the crazy-ass Kristen's back.
Well, it's like, the minute people disagree with you, you're unhappy with them. So if you're gonna name it the Katie and Stassi card, every fucking person pulls that card then.
Because you don't. As someone who has listened to a lot of my friends complain, and I have said, like, I don't want to hear about it. When I've said, this is not a healthy relationship, I don't like this person or this relationship, and they still want to vent to me, I'm like, you know my position.
If you have two options. Leave the relationship, and we can talk about something else. Or be in the relationship, but we're not talking about that person then.
So over it.
But that's not being a bad friend, because it's like, in a sense, you have to think about your own mental health, and that's not, I can't live through this, like, crazy relationship with you. I can't be a part of this anymore. If you want to be a part of it, that's cool. I can't do this anymore.
Exactly. And when they're good, I'm just going to remember the bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never be able to be friends with that person.
Yeah, because it's like, you only give me bad things. You're only negative. Mm-hmm. You have to cut negative people out of your life, because then you become negative.
Yeah, 100%. So Brittany's trying to break up this big ass fight.
Brittany,
let's just
talk it out. Let's sit over here.
Literally the most useless person. James was more useful this episode than Brittany.
I agree, because he didn't show up. Which, I mean, I did miss him.
I love all the people watching, because it cuts to, like, Dana and Max and Peter. And they're all like, what in the hell? These ladies are, like, 30.
Yeah, and they're screaming about Carter. Like, I understand if they're screaming about Jax. Like, let's be honest, he's a focal point of this group. Everybody slept with him.
Carter's literally not even there anymore.
But, like, half the people are like, who the fuck is Carter?
And it ends with the Toms running away one way and Kristen running away the other.
Oh, God.
And then it goes into that trailer.
The trailer, yep. And then I said the recap of this season at the end. I got so excited, though.
It looks really good. I can't wait to see Brittany lose her shit, because I do not.
Brittany crying on the pizza box again.
Oh my God, I love it.
I cannot wait. I mean, I'm not pumped for this wedding. Also, on Watch What Happens Live, they also discussed their wedding. And they were like, oh, who sucked as a guest? And they said Shep from Southern Charm. Because he literally was really drunk, they said. Oh, yeah. Talked during the entire ceremony, and he was mic'd. Like, and that they said that's where they were upset, is because he was, like, in a sense, part of the episode. Yeah. Had his phone up the entire, like, taking pictures. They, like, he put too much on social media. Which it wasn't, like, putting it on social media. It's that his, like, phone was up in the air. Yeah. And they were talking about how, like, well, like, we had it being filmed, so, like, you're annoying in the filming aspect, but also this is our wedding, and, like...
Put your phone away.
And he was like, well, did you tell everybody? He was like, no, everybody knew. We had fucking cameras there. Like, none of this needed to happen. Yeah. And he was like, the people who didn't know even knew. Like, the non-reality TV people knew. So, like, Shep should have known, but he was apparently shit-faced.
Love it. So, we have some comments. I posted in the Facebook group and asked for people's comments or questions or opinions on
we want it all.
Vanderpump.
Because we have loads of them, but, like, we're not the only ones.
We need a starting point. So someone asked, why is Jack still pretending to work at SIR? Please discuss.
Here's the thing.
I'll give it to Chris. I'll shout your name out. Chris asked us that.
I kind of don't think he's
full-on
fake pretending.
I think he's super fake pretending.
I don't know. I kind of think
Look, I don't know why he's pretending, but I'm so fucking over it. You guys do not need to waitress.
No, but if he was like marrying Stassi, who had the book, who had the this, what is Brittany doing?
The TV show. Look, but if Brittany's at least making $10,000 an episode, and there's, I don't know, how many
I know, but like, they got married in a goddamn castle. And I'm sure...
True, but I don't even need a waitress, and I'm not a reality TV star, and Jax and Brittany are both making money.
I know.
They bought that big-ass house.
But think about their lifestyle. Like, I'm sure, like, it is very helpful for him to have, in theory, a second job, and...
I think he's bored.
I don't think he can be on the show without being there. Because you need X amount of people to be rooted in the different restaurants. And Jax is the perfect person to be rooted there. So you pick up 4 shifts a month, and that's when you record. And I'm sure it's not true shifts. I'm sure it's like, hey, Jax, you're going to go into Pump.
Okay, if I'm going to give it to Jax, I'm sure he gets a lot of crowds in.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm sure Sir
it's kind of like James with the DJ. Like, he doesn't actually need it, but...
Whatever. Jack clearly doesn't need it. I think he's bored.
I think it's not just him being told to work there, though. I think if, like, they said, like, hey, to the entire cast, we need 3 people to work there, he's like, I'll do it.
I guess we'll never know. So then
Yeah, because if you question him on Twitter, he'll block you.
So then we got, Christy asked, do we really need Katie Schwartz, Stassi, Bo, and Lala? I hate them in this show and want them to go, but just wondering your thoughts. I feel like they don't contribute anything to the show, and that is interesting. Or wait, they don't contribute anything to the show that is interesting. Katie is a whiny bee. Schwartz is a bumbling idiot, possibly drug addiction.
That's the beauty of him. I don't know about the drug addiction. I think Jax is the drug addict,
I just hate Stassi and Bo. He is a fame whore. Lala is a joke. I like everyone except Jax and Britt, but hate watching them is entertaining.
Okay, I agree that it's entertaining to watch Jax and Britt.
I hate them the most.
Yes, but it is entertaining to watch them.
Is.
And I think in a while, like, say this goes on for 3 more seasons. In 3 seasons, I don't think half these cast members will be a part of it.
I think once Brittany decides to have a kid,
they're done.
No one's going to want to see them parent.
No.
So we'll keep them around. Katie, I agree. She's a bitch to no end.
Yeah, I don't think she adds anything.
No, Katie needs to go.
Schwartz is great because he's a bumbling idiot.
But he's still useless.
But he's not like, he's never truly been a full cast member, let's be honest.
That's true.
He's either with Tom,
to what he was
or he's
1.
with Katie, or like he's with someone else. He doesn't have his own thing.
And he's never had a problem. Like, we've at least gotten Jax with, like...
His biggest problem was having to uninvite poor James from everything last season.
Fight, bitch?
I think Stassi and Bo bring the most out of that group of the old people. They bring the most.
Yeah, I love Stassi and Bo.
I think...
I disagree with you, Christy. I'm sorry.
I don't
Stassi
think Bo's a home... Or,
attention whore?
Yeah, I don't know how to speak right now. It's been too long. Yeah.
I think Bo doesn't even like it that much.
Bo's barely on. Bo's like Randall this season.
Like
they're going to be the same where it's just like, hey, we're here. Like, we're going to film the things we do together just because I'm with you in this moment, but I'm not having my own storyline.
Yeah. And then Lala, I go back and forth with Lala. I liked her when she first showed up. I thought she was interesting, fresh meat. I didn't really like her last season.
I wasn't her biggest fan.
I thought she was too on her high horse.
I was about to say, I think she was kind of trying to people please, but while being, like, better than you at the same time. Yeah. I think she was trying to lecture to people, which was frustrating.
I have high hopes for this season, though, because her and James right now in real life are friends.
Interesting. The thing is, I always think Lala keeps it real, so I do appreciate that.
I like Lala. I'll be skeptical.
I don't mind her. I'm at least neutral about her.
Yeah. So then Mary Kate has asked, definitely need to hear opinions on Witches of WeHo drama. Part of me agrees with Stassi and Katie, and part of me really emphasizes with Kristen. Very confused.
I think we're in the same boat.
I am team Stassi.
But Katie. But you feel for Kristen.
Here's my thing, though. Stassi did it in the best way possible.
I agree.
She was at Kristen's apartment.
Yep.
It was just them. And when Kristen did start to cry, Stassi was sympathetic and hugged her. Katie yells at her in the ear, I'm going to yell in your ear
so you can hear it. Yeah.
In front of everyone, Kristen gets defensive.
Yeah, which it's not going to work that way.
I think they're all doing a lot of wrong. I think Stassi's doing the least amount of wrong.
Which, in that scenario, it's hard to be a good friend in that length of time.
Yeah.
I would have bailed long ago. It's like, I would have even, like, stopped speaking to her, but, like, obviously they're on a reality TV show. I don't think Stassi's doing anything wrong in this scenario. I think she's being a bad friend, but she needs to be a bad friend. You know, like, you can only handle so much, but I am sympathetic to Kristen. It's hard to get out of these scenarios because, like, when you're in love with someone, but it's not working out, how do you let go? But at some point, you gotta give it up.
Let's just be clear, though. Neither of us agree with Katie.
No, not at all. Katie,
we can't. I'll go.
The only thing I actually loved about Katie, I kind of appreciated the Tequila Katie's at some point.
I wish we could.
It was great. I mean, I would hate to be friends with her, but it was solid TV. But now she's just like a bitch for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, that was just so aggressive for no reason.
Agreed. So, it's time for Accept and Block.
Man, this was kind of an interesting one because there's so many new people that I feel like you can't really block the new people, but you kind of have to accept a new person.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first. So
go block first.
Oh, really? I was going to do the opposite. I was going to go accept. Despite at the beginning of the episode, I wasn't on board with Dana. By the end, I kind of am on board. I think she's...
You mean creeper Dana?
She was being a hardcore creeper at the party, so I hope that changes over the season. But on her own, I do really like her. I love her interviews. I think they're fun and kind of funky. Like, she's not just, like, saying random shit. She's kind of funny. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Plus, I think it's so funny how she joined the group. Like, that she was from kind of last season. Uh-huh. But, so I totally accept her.
Okay. I know she's not new. But I have to accept Sober Lala.
Oh, good one.
When I saw her breakdown about James, I immediately was like, I have such high hopes for you this season.
And I think she's working with Lisa. Like, they're both, like, here for him. Yeah. Where the rest of the cast clearly isn't, you know?
And she gives killer BJs.
Oh, yeah. And can run a household.
What the killer BJ? Yeah.
That's how she earns her rent.
Okay, who are we blocking?
This one's tough because I feel like I have a lot of people on my list.
Block them all.
But I would want to block Kristen. I'm already over this dumb drama with Carter. It's not interesting. I hate it. Kristen annoys me. Her hair's too long. Her house is cute, so can we kick her out and move somebody else in?
But like the house as a side house for her and Randall.
I just don't think there's anything great. Like, she sucked last year, but at least she got drunk and, like, fell on the floor and tripped, like, every once in a while. But, like, I don't understand what's happening.
God, I have to block Jax. Where are we, children?
Ugh, I just want some attention.
I cannot with this man.
This is, like, the biggest deal of my life. I'm getting married. Well, fucking obviously, we know. I'm engaged.
I'm sick of Jax already. I'm sick of his Groomzilla attitude.
I'm done.
Oh my god.
I'm so
enraged
over it. But yeah, I mean, I think those two are like
the
perpetual blockers that I don't even think I follow them any.
Well, the rest of Sir already unfollowed Kristen, so.
Which we are very curious to find out.
I'm so excited to see Kristen get her ass handed to her.
But did you see that she has been posting about the Witches of WeHo Wine lately and tags them, the girls in it? Does she still follow everybody else?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to do some serious scripting. We'll get back to you guys.
TBD next episode. But what do you think the predictions are for the next few episodes? The rest of the season?
I think Lala and James are going to reconnect. I hope we watch them reconnect.
I think it'll be a very end of the season because as we saw in the previews, like him and Raquel have some issues. Yeah. So I think it'll be like the last 3 episodes they do.
I think James is really going to work on himself, though. I have a lot of faith. I think Raquel's going to bore me. I think I'm going to really like Brett. I think I'm going to
like the new characters a lot.
There's still 2 girls we haven't met.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's 3 girls.
So they must be like kind of like side characters, though.
I think they're weaning them in, like a Tom
Schwartz kind of. Or they're never truly a full cast member, but somehow are there.
They're there all the time.
Yeah, I don't think they're like real cast, because they would have been in the opening.
Or no, there's Dana the blonde and
like,
there's 2 brunettes.
There's always been some like random people, like Rachel, like Stassi's friend, who like you recognize throughout the episodes, but they're not in every episode.
But I think I'm going to really like Brett, because Max is kind of already... He's got his foot in Sheena and his foot in Dana. And
I was about to say his foot in his mouth, but yeah, he's got him in those 2.
Feet everywhere.
I'm really excited to see where Sober Lala goes.
I'm so excited. That is going to be the highlight of my...
I think because she is such a real person, I think it'll be so interesting, because they show the like flashback to her screaming at Billy.
Yeah.
That I think like she'll be able to handle those scenarios a lot better. And I think she handled the Kristen like kind of yelling moment very really well. And it was like, don't call me a bitch, don't call me out my name, which, like, I kind of get, like,
whatever.
Give her a little respect, but, like, because she's sober, she's not in that moment, but, like, she wasn't too heated, so I can't wait for her to, like, spit some shit when they're all fucked up.
What I just thought of, though, that I'm so excited for?
What?
Stassi gets engaged.
Oh, God, I totally forgot about that. Do you think cameras were there when they got engaged?
Yes.
But I feel like that really tips it off.
I think it was in the summer, so I think they were already filming.
No, I think they were filming, but I don't know if they filmed that exact moment. Like, I think for sure they filmed the, like, party, the engagement party. You know how you, like, come back after you get engaged? Ugh.
I don't care if Stassi is a seed engagement or whatever. I just want to see Stassi so happy with Bo.
I agree. I'm excited.
Are we excited for Jackson Brittany's wedding?
I'm excited to see it. I'm not excited that they're married, but I think it's going to be
years we give it?
Interesting. You know what? A lot of Real Housewives give different people 5 years, so I'm going to go 5 years.
I think Brittany's not getting divorced, so I think they're going to be together 5 ever.
I think at minimum they will have separate houses, and he lives in the guest house, and she lives in the main house.
Old house.
Fuck. But yeah, I'm going to give it 5 years. I don't think it's going to happen, because I think if they get divorced, though, I think you'll agree with me. She's going back to Kentucky with those children.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. But
then we're going to have Brittany takes Kentucky and no one's going to watch that shit.
No, nobody sign up for that. I'm excited for this season. It's going to be an interesting one. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Go on our Facebook, Instagram. We got it all. Get some discussions going. We'll post every time we record an episode to make sure we get your comments, questions, opinions.
Or if something Vanderpump newsworthy happens, post it. We'll post it. We'll try and keep updated.
Yeah, we'll discuss all week long. Like, This doesn't have to end after the episode.
Yeah,
so.
Feel free to post in the group. We'll comment. Other people will comment.
But we're excited for the season to come. Look out. Thanks, guys.
Bye.